Hi, this is Ainsley, and welcome back to Severn That's a Wrap. Today I'm here with...
Gavin,
And how old are you?
18.
Okay, awesome. We're just going to ask you a few questions. First one, how long have you been here at Severn?
Been here for 4 years, so since my freshman year.
Awesome. And how would you say your life has revolved around school besides the 7 hours we have to be here each day?
A lot. With sports, I spend like 2 to 3 hours every day
Yeah.
after school, and then homework, and then my drive is also kind of far. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it's like an hour total.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah, that's a lot. But at least like a nice drive home can be
sometimes,
relaxed. Sometimes, and then sometimes like you have a lot of work to do, and then you have to drive home for an hour.
Just thinking about it the whole time.
Yeah. Okay, who has been your favorite teacher throughout all your years at Severn?
Can I go into like past, like previous teachers? All right. I would probably say Mr. Mooney because I felt like he was just always like a positive vibe to be around.
Totally.
And I remember it was my freshman year because that was the only year that he was here.
Mm-hmm.
And we would go into his room before my English class every day, and we would like all like get super excited to go into our next class period.
Oh.
And he never like minded it, so I always felt like he was very positive and trying to encourage us to be at school.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I've heard like stories. I forget what class it was, but like one of my friends, like they loved their Mr. Mooney class freshman year. But yeah. What clubs have you been involved in, and what made you interested in joining them?
Mainly I've been in like investment club, and then slip came around for sophomore year, so I've been in that for 3 years. But I'm not too active in those.
That's okay.
But I do like attend the meetings, but I'm not like a big participant.
No, showing up is enough. And in your opinion, as a senior, do you think it's ever too late to join a club or something that you're interested in?
I don't think it's ever too late, no. I mean, I think it's important that you like try and like figure out early kind of like what you're interested in. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's so many clubs here, I couldn't even tell you half of them. And so I think like the earlier on, the better, because then you can get like a leadership role. Yeah. Which, although like they might say like you don't want it for your college, or you want it for your college resume, but like you should be doing it for other reasons. But it's also like
it's good resumes, for the college resume. Okay, this is kind of tricky. If you had to choose, what was your favorite moment or moments of your high school experience?
Beating St. Mary's. Probably first one would, like my top would be in lacrosse, because I actually like played in that game. I didn't really play in the football game, but I was on the team. But I went to St. Mary's for middle school. Oh. And my whole family, like my dad, my uncles, I have cousins at St. Mary's.
Oh, wow.
So it was always something like
how we
beat St. Mary's. Yeah. It was a must.
Oh yeah, well that's great. That's awesome. And that was this year? Right?
Yeah, this year, and then hopefully for lacrosse again.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Is there one thing you would have changed about your high school experience?
No, not really. Nothing.
Great. Yeah, no regrets. Awesome. What would you say has been your greatest contribution to Severn?
I feel like I always bring like a positive attitude to teams, and like I'm always trying to like make everybody feel like positive, even like after a loss, or like if someone's like going through a hard time. Like I know like last year the school went through something that I honestly never thought would have happened. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to pick like my friends up, and then also like the rest of the school, because what was going on here wasn't like normal for most high schoolers to see. Yeah.
I think that's really important. That's a great thing that you did. Do you think Severn has promoted a projected career path for you?
Not necessarily promoted a projected career path, because I want to go into like construction.
Oh, cool.
But I think it's kind of figured out that I do not want to be behind a computer screen.
Okay, that's something. Eliminate the options.
Being in the investment club, I like investments because I can make money from them, but I don't necessarily like doing
Doing
like all
it.
the math behind it. So I
Okay.
definitely was like not gonna be a finance major.
Okay, well that's great. It eliminated that option, so that's
Yeah.
good. And you do lacrosse and football for Severn, right?
Yeah.
And how would you say those communities have impacted you?
There's probably been like my biggest impacts here at Severn, because I spend almost like all my time outside of school with the teams, preparing for games, or just like hanging out like with my friends. All my friends, almost all of them are on one of those teams. There's
Yeah.
some that aren't, but for the most part, like they're just like a second like family for me.
Yeah.
Because you'd like when you're in school, you don't go home for
Yeah,
that many hours a
Yeah.
day, and when you're here, like you're with your friends. So
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. You're gonna have to think back a little far. What can you remember from your first day here at Severn?
well, we're in the same advisory,
Oh yeah.
and
Shout out Miss the Core.
I remember being pretty scared because I didn't know anybody really in the advisory, because first few days are like advisory based, and I knew like Lawrence from like football, and then we also like he went to St. Mary's like a really long time ago.
Oh yeah, like third.
So like I tried to just like attach to him, and I would say it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't a bad first few days. It was just like I was pretty nervous and shy. I didn't really talk a lot, but once after a few weeks, it was fine.
Yeah, well that's good. The earliest memory I have is I forget when it was, but we had some sort of dress down day, and you came in with like a chicken shirt or something.
Chicken Palooza.
Yeah.
That was my thing. Freshman year. I still have those shirts somewhere.
Oh, awesome. Maybe you have to bring it back one day.
Yeah.
Keegan and I love music, so we have to ask, do you have like a current favorite song or one that's been consistent?
Current favorite song? Not necessarily. I like country music, and honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, well, country music, great. Final question, how do you think the community of our senior class has evolved since you first got here?
It's a big one. It's evolved a lot. I think coming in freshman year, as most freshman classes are, they're very like immature, and like we were very immature, and we would kind of like rebel against the teachers because we thought it was cool or something. And I think we got it squared away pretty quickly with Mr. Otero, because
militant.
Yeah, he was pretty harsh on us.
Yeah.
And we thought the maroon cards were the end of the world, which I think as you go along, you realize that getting a maroon card is like for nothing. Like I got one maroon card my entire time, and it was for eating in the building or something.
Yeah,
I was like
whatever.
what? And I don't know, we just like became more like adult like, I would say, for the most part. And then I think this year we've grown much closer as like a grade.
Yeah.
Without the other grades here, it's made us all like
come
together, and like we all hang out outside of school and everything like that. So we were all pretty close friends now.
Yeah, that was a great answer. Okay, final thing. Any shout outs, anyone you want to thank?
Sure, I'll shout out the fellows, which are my like really close friends. I've been friends with them since like the very beginning of freshman year.
Cute.
And it just really helped me along the way. And coming to a new school, it was like hard in the beginning not having any friends, but once I found them, they were really nice to me.
Oh.
And they all came from like the middle school pretty much. So.
Well, that's great. Okay, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys.